Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulphurblade, and I am here with New York Police Department's crime stats for June 2020. Why? Well, because New York is one of the many big cities that have a huge uptick in crime and violence happening. New York is a city that is obviously run by the worst mayor in the world, Bill de Blasio, a gone off the deep end, far left politician who has gone and defunded the police, and his wonderful daughter is one of the great protesters running about the city with his blessing to go riot all they want while everybody else has to stay at home. And no big gatherings. No. You can't do it. No gatherings. Unless, of course, you're Black Lives Matter and my daughter. Then that's perfectly fine. Anyway, so recently, if you've been paying attention to politics or the news or anything like that, you will know of this lady by the name of AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which is a young congressman who recently was reelected in New York. Well, I shouldn't quite say reelected. She won her Democratic primary in New York. She still has to face the actual Republican portion of that election yet. However, in her district, it's unlikely that she will be beat by a Republican. But, you never know what's going to happen in the U.S. this year. Boy, is that a true statement. Who would have ever predicted what would happen in 2020 last year? In 2019, would you have predicted the string of events that have happened this year would happen? Not in a million years. Anyway, so bringing up AOC, she basically blamed the citywide crime on hungry people stealing bread. But that just isn't the case. And she also went out of her way to make sure that everyone knew it wasn't because of bail reform. However, let's read what the police say. Especially this section right here. We have seen the impacts of legislative mandates sending offenders no longer eligible for bail back to the streets, where they're being regularly rearrested and contributing to the overall crime. Huh. But AOC said that they weren't having an impact. But the New York City Police Department says they are making an impact. Who do you believe? The police? Or AOC? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. What else did I find interesting in this? Here we are. While the New York Police Department uses a lighter touch in regard to enforcement, offenders no longer eligible for bail are being rearrested. They have been rearrested for approximately 750 additional major felonies through June 26, compared with the population of those released in the same period a year ago. Again, what the heck? But, with the coronavirus situation in New York, Cuomo and de Blasio went out of their way to make sure that the people in our penitentiaries would be safe from coronavirus by taking them out, by paroling them, letting them walk free. Anyway, what has that had to do with their crime spike? Well, for the first week of June, the number of shootings in the city more than doubled compared to the same period a year ago. Through June 30th, overall shootings citywide rose to 205 with 270 victims. Currently, the number of parolee-involved shooting incidents or murders is at a 15-year high. Meanwhile, from January through the end of June, more than 2,000 people arrested in a crime with a gun recovered had cases against them that remain open in courts. So, are people being arrested? Yes. Is their day in court happening in an expeditious manner? No. Are they sitting in jail because of it? No. Were a huge number of criminals released in New York on parole because of the coronavirus? Yes. What does parolee mean? Well, it's a person who's released from prison on parole. Just to make sure that you all know what parole means. So, we have this combination of bail. Laws changed so that now you can't actually hold someone until after they have technically been found guilty of their crime in a court of law. And up until that point, they get to walk free. And two, we released a bunch of criminals back out into the streets so that they wouldn't get coronavirus. And what did they do? They went and started shooting the place up. Who would have thought? And New York crime is up. While let's see, last month, Commissioner Shea announced a series of personnel changes to positions in the Department for the 21st Century Policing by continuing to strengthen the bonds between officers and residents. He promoted da-da-da-da-da. No, that's not the paragraph. Ongoing challenges. The New York Police Department is enduring a round of deep budget cuts that have led to a class of 1,163 recruits being canceled. That's right. This year's New York Police Department recruits? No, we don't want you. Put a stop on that. Defunding the police. Stop the presses. Put the brakes on. We don't want you. Your class has been canceled. Go away. We don't have money for you. You get the point. So the department has also seen an increase in retirements as well. I wonder why. The cops in New York are like, I don't want to do this job anymore. The people in charge are nuts. They're not supporting us. They're not on our side. It's dangerous. I'm going to go hide in my basement somewhere instead of and enjoy my older life and retire. Maybe move to a red state. And screw this job. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. And I don't blame them. And the NYPD's facilitation of peaceful protest continues to utilize department resources. So, yes, in a time in which we're taking all the money from you, but you need to go out there and facilitate that peaceful protesting. But yeah, we're taking your money away, and no more new cops. We're taking your money away. But make sure you take care of those peaceful protesters, but we're taking your money away. While the NYPD uses a lighter touch in regard... Oh, yeah, we've read this portion. So, yes, this is the black and white of the people in blue's problem in New York. We should be supporting our police. New York especially should be supporting their police, but they're not. Anyway, I'm James Johnson. I just wanted to shine a light on some of, the common sense issues that are facing New York in a city that doesn't have common sense leadership, in a state that doesn't have common sense leadership, where politicians from New York, don't know how to speak common sense either, and lie about the issues that are affecting New York, like AOC. That was pretty much the entire point of this video. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. This is my content. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe, and until the next time, peace.